A beautiful night, a beautiful day, whatever situation you might be in. I want you to sit back, get a little something to sip on, because I have some great company tapping in with us to chill and to get to know, for those of you who may be a little bit too young, this beautiful, amazing lady. Wow, her career speaks for itself boundlessly. We're talking about a woman who went from Broadway to Hollywood, but then she stopped in music. I want to know if she's going to return to Broadway, and I want to know a lot about her life. And I think if you would like to learn a lot about her life, guess what she just did? Her memoir. This is it, baby. Wow.
It ain't This Is It, Baby.
No, 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 it's not This Is It, Baby.
I'm sorry.
It's called This Is It, Marvelous and Getting Better. And she has blossomed to become this amazing, phenomenal woman that I'm honored to say, a dear friend, the legendary Melba Moore. Thank you for being with me. I appreciate this.
Thank you so much, Lenny, for having me. Thank you.
You've done a lot, so much. And I want to know, what's the reason? Now, first of all, happy birthday, all right? So,
Thank you.
but you just celebrated a birthday.
Thank you.
Milestone birthday. You said you celebrated with family because, you'll get a chance to see them a lot because you're working. You're still doing.
Yeah. So we made it a family day.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did you eat some cupcake?
I had caramel cake. I had
You
a
had
lot of
something.
cake. I know that.
Look, Melba, and I say this because Melba and I, we've been friends for a long time, and Melba would come to the studio all the time, and she would have some kind of concoction in like a thermal bottle. I'm like, well, what is this? It's for her throat. It's something herbal. I don't know what you were drinking, but whatever you were drinking.
Years ago, I would drink coffee and honey or apple juice or something. But as I've gotten older, we can't drink caffeine anymore because it'll make you have heart palpitations. So now it's herbal.
Oh.
But you can't smoke it, okay?
Points noted, points noted. But you've always taken very good care of your throat.
Yeah.
I know this is not in the book, but what, I know certain things she didn't put in the book, but what have you always done to really care for your vocals?
Well, I sing every day.
Still?
Yeah, you have to. If you don't use it, you'll lose it, especially the vocal cords.
Wow.
That's why at a certain age, you see some of the singers, some of the real icons, not able really to hit the notes or to do the performances because the vocal cords change. It's a muscle like everything else, so you have to change with it.
So you do scales or you sing your songs?
No, I have songs I sing, and I think because it's a spiritual journey, especially for me, and I think we all kind of learn that as we get older, that you have to have a higher force than you guarding and guiding you. That I sing songs that inspire me, and that are also like vocal lessons. Like I have a rendition of Rainbow that's a killer.
Really?
Yeah.
Over the Rainbow?
Over the Rainbow.
No way.
Because I had a song called The Other Side of the Rainbow. Not that one.
Right. You have a special rendition.
Yeah, I just use it for
warm up.
Yeah, to vocalize because the notes are changing, and so I'm saying, okay, well you can't sing it that way anymore, so why don't you sing it this way? So you develop your style for now. It's still you. It's always going to be you.
Yeah.
But certain areas of the voice, they don't function the way they did.
Right.
So you say, well, what can I do now? And then I think other things also developed, other areas of your vocal expertise, if that's what, because I want this to apply to your whole being, your whole life.
Your whole life.
Other areas you live differently. You exercise them differently. You use them differently.
No, you do. And in this book, This Is It, Marvelous and Getting Better. This book really reveals a lot of your life that you held back on, but some things we knew. So I want to talk about different aspects of your life, if you don't mind. Obviously, a lot of folks may not know that you did Broadway. No, let me take you back, because I found out something interesting that's in this book. Before you kind of got this whole career started, you were a public school music teacher?
Yes, sir.
Vocal training, music,
vocal
instrument?
music, yeah. Classroom vocal music.
No way.
At the elementary, junior high, and high school, all the levels.
What got you into wanting to be a teacher? Somebody?
I didn't want to be no teacher.
I mean, but you were.
Well, because Mother and Daddy, who were musicians, wanted us to have real jobs.
Just in case.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, they preferred us to be educators.
I knew it had to come from somewhere.
They had a respect for education.
Sure.
And so they wanted us to be teachers and educators. So my brother Dennis was wound up being a college professor, but also a jazz musician. He played piano beautifully.
Wow.
He passed away. My younger brother was an attorney, but he loved to sing. My sister was a public school educator, and she still loves to sing, and she loves jazz.
Wow.
So we had music as the centerpiece of our family, but something said to me, I got to at least try being a performer, and if it doesn't work, I'll come out and I'll teach school.
Well, whoever was a student of this lady, I don't know how stern you are as a teacher, but something tells me you took that craft very, very seriously.
I did.
And you taught
I
extremely
wasn't
well.
stern. I guess I was motivated. I run into people that I taught in elementary school, and they said, "You." I was Miss Smith then. That was my. They said, "Miss." They still call me Miss Smith. I said, "Miss Smith, you always said you were going to be a star." I said, "I did."
Wow, you spoke it.
So I think, I don't know. I just shared something in the classroom that, closer to being a student myself, being in the African American community, I saw the lack and the disrespect that the school system had for the arts. But our parents were very respectful of education, of the arts, of people, and they taught us to care for other people and care about things. And there were many times we had people staying at our house that didn't. I mean, they had run on hard times, they didn't have a place to stay. So they taught us about community service, about caring, and about passion.
Yeah. And you're passionate about what you've done. So, I mean, I would love to speak. If you're a student of Melba Moore, well, Miss Smith, then please reach out to me, because I would love to find out what you took away. You dropped some gems. That would be an interesting thing. You haven't met any of your students yet, right, from the past?
Over the years, somewhere, different places, I run into them.
Okay.
And they tell me who they are.
Okay.
And what I said to them and what we did.
I could imagine. But you know what? By you sharing what you just said, you spoke your life into existence of what was to come.
I'm sure I did. Yeah. I know that I was a very shy, kind of closed person. One of the things I guess I learned in the classroom is to articulate and to communicate. I was very, very, very shy, but here, almost all the time, even on the stage when you're doing your show, you have to speak. So you learn to communicate. As an educator, you're well educated, so you know how to articulate. But now communicating and getting it out, that's another whole
It is.
thing.
And you know, that's the laws of art too, because some performers these days don't talk to their audience, but you have always...
Oh, you mean especially singers or musicians?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have it's so wonderful to experience your music. You forget about everybody else.
I know, that's right. I know. You get in the zone.
You get in the zone, you say, you don't even say I don't care about you. You just left them.
And you're someplace else. But you know their energy. You feel the energy of people.
No, I think because I fell into theater and acting, that the whole thing is speaking.
Yeah.
And you are the instrument. And you have to tell the story with your body. So I learned that in the theater. So now I take that back to my music.
Melba Moore. You said this is an interesting read. You described this book as an interesting read. Why so?
Well, I think because I've had the privilege of being so public, but it's all been in sound bites. And most of the ways that things really happen for me are good little stories. So I think people will be interested to see how things really happen.
And you expose a lot in This Is It? Marvelous to get into.
Because, they're interesting stories. They're things that I think people can relate to in their own lives, and especially with disappointments, and how do you continue when you don't have no clue what to do?
Yeah.
You know, how does this happen? And just the fact that because it's a book, it has to be interesting. So
no, but
you want other people to be drawn in. Yeah.
So I want you to give us a gem, because pivoting is a word that a lot of people are using these days. And Lord knows, in this book you share about your ups and your downs.
Yeah.
And that would be considered a strong pivot, because sometimes when we're riding high, we don't even think about the down aspect of something coming into our lives. What advice would you advise, or what do you tell in your book that's not giving it too much away until they read it? If a person should fall on hard times, or an unplanned circumstance happens in their life, what's the best way to pivot?
Say, Jesus, help me. But I'm serious.
No, I know you are. But what about those who have,
I mean,
who haven't
especially
found?
if it's something like really devastating,
Yeah.
and it's something where you really don't have any help and you have no clue what to do. You know there's a sky, and even if you're not religious and you don't know anything about it, I'm serious. Start there, because He will bring you something or somebody to, first of all, keep breathing, stay alive, survive it. Because these things can be so devastating, and it may not be suicide.
Right.
You may be in real danger, and you have no way or no knowledge of how to protect yourself. So you can just at least first stay alive and survive. And once that happens, and you're kind of aware, okay, I'm still alive. I didn't die yet.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Strive to kind of understand what your position is, what your situation is, and see, oh God, who can help me? I don't know what to do. Who can help me? And you don't know who or what it might be, but usually God will send you some help. He won't leave you like that. And there's usually a situation where I don't think you ever get any real success or victories or excitement without it first starting with something that's probably going to devastate you to the point where you have to ask these questions. You have to start. You have to stick with it.
Yeah.
You don't really have any other choices. When you think you don't have any choices,
Right.
and the first choice you have to make is that I want to stay alive.
Key.
And you do that, and well, I've had some situations where I lost my family, I lost my career, I lost my reputation. People thought I was a crackhead, and nobody would talk to me about getting my life and work back. I lived on Central Park South, which is one of the most exclusive streets in Manhattan.
It is.
I got evicted. I was
Wow.
homeless, and I had no idea what to do. Now you talking about a pivot?
Yeah, that's a pivot. And a bond.
Because I had to first start figure out how to put everything that I had in storage, because I had no place
Right, to move it
to
to.
put it. So that's when I discovered these little, what do you call them? The carts with wheels.
Oh, yeah. Where you can store things in.
No, wheels. So you put your stuff
Oh.
that you got left
Yeah.
on wheels, because you can't carry it on your
You can't.
back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Melba, you can relate on
So
every
you
level.
yeah.
Wow.
So you understand that grassroots is very important to stay in touch with. It's not a bad thing. It can be a difficult thing.
Yeah, can be.
But get you some wheels so you can keep it moving. I mean, it was these little metal carts that you used to have. Now you have suitcases with wheels on them and everything.
Fancy.
Everybody takes wheels and stuff, because we all have so much to do. Even if you're very, very successful, you don't have no problems, you still need some wheels.
You need wheels. No, real talk. You know, looking at your career, first of all, you're born in Harlem, raised in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And what an interesting challenge that you have faced. But once you got focused on that entertainment thing, and once you broke into, was it music before the Broadway? I think it was. Yeah,
It was music first, yeah.
And then the Broadway thing. You won your Tony Award
Yeah.
for Pearlie,
Yes.
and that was the beginning of your Broadway stint, correct?
No.
No.
The first opportunity, the first experience I had was the Broadway musical Hair.
And how long you stayed with Hair?
Year and a half, a very, very long run. And it ran for about 10 years.
Wow.
That's unusual, right there.
Was the schedule on Broadway back then the same as it is now? Like
Yes,
you do
8 shows a week.
8 shows a week.
Yeah.
That's two on
Two on
Saturdays
Saturday, yeah.
and one every night.
One every night, and I think one on
matinee.
Sunday. Mondays was usually dark.
How did you adapt your life to that?
I was easy.
Really?
I went to the gym, honey.
And just worked out. So keeping a physical regimen and keeping yourself
yeah.
healthy, you have to keep up.
Well, you can keep up with it. I mean, it's not that difficult to me, because you don't do anything else. That's your job now, you
Right.
know, and you work at certain hours, and you rest and everything. Of course, you're young, so you go out and party.
You were doing it all. You were doing it all, Melba. You were going to the disco.
Oh, both ends of the candle, honey.
And in the middle?
And the open mic.
And the open mic.
Absolutely.
No way.
Yeah, it's fun, you know. You go out and sing where they'll let you sing.
You know, sounds like, despite of the challenges you went through, because we all go through challenges in life,
Yeah.
you had a wonderful, fun experience journey.
Excuse me, marvelous.
Marvelous. This is it, baby. This is it. Marvelous. Marvelous. Marvelous is what she is. Marvelous. And you're getting better because you're not stopping no time soon.
Yeah.
So we go from Broadway, you go from Hair to Pearly.
Yes.
And you get your Tony Award. Now,
Yeah.
a Tony Award is like a Grammy. It's like a
Right.
high esteemed, prestigious award, even to this day.
Right.
Not too many people. It's very hard to get those things.
Very difficult. Yep.
So, what did you do differently in Pearly that you didn't have an opportunity to do in Hair that awarded you this
I
time?
don't think that's the right question.
Okay. Well, okay. So,
It's the environment that I was kind of plunked in again. I didn't have a manager or an agent yet, even then.
really?
But somebody in the cast of Hair said, no, you need to figure out what you're going to do now because this show's not going to run forever. I said, well, I'm probably going to try to get me a record deal. My thing is music. And he said, no, girl, you got your equity union card. You in the theater. You need to try to get another Broadway show. I said, I don't know nobody but you in Broadway.
Right.
So the person gave me some information about the character and where they were doing auditions for Pearly. And she said, well, don't worry about trying to get the job. You don't even know how to audition. So just learn how to audition, learn what the process is and what to do. Long story short, I got the job.
I know that's right.
And that's kind of like what the book is about, how things happen. I guess my philosophy and my theology is if you get some information or you seek some information, give it a try. You don't know what's going to happen.
That's right. No, you never do. And so the interesting thing about that is that you not only do you do Hair, do Pearly, but you become a lead in Les Miserables.
Yeah. Well, I had a pivot where everything fell apart after Pearly. And I was trying to figure out how to get into my next project. So someone hired me to do a small play in Hollywood, Florida. And while I was there, I got some information as to how I could start to build a one-woman play with music. So I put up in this little storefront theater to try to figure out how to do that. But the person who came to see my little showcase, I was trying to figure out how to be a playwright. His name was Richard J. Alexander, and he was the casting director for Les Miserables.
Wow.
And he said, well, I saw you in Pearly, so I knew you could belt it out. But he didn't know that I could sing classical music. Because I was trying to say the different kinds of music that I was brought up and taught in my autobiography. So he said, I'm going to go and see if my colleagues will see if we can find a place, a role for you in Les Miserables. So he went and talked to his colleagues, and they decided I would be right for the role of Fantine. That's how I got that.
Wow. Lead role.
He said, long, but you can't belt.
You can't belt.
You can't holler and scream.
This is more structured, more.
Not structured, it's more classical. That's a different style of music. It's like, and not, Okay.
Yo, Melba Moore. I tell you, man. And then it didn't stop there. It didn't stop there for you with Broadway. You love Broadway.
Love Broadway.
You love Broadway.
Yeah.
You went into Ain't Misbehaving, right?
Yes, I did a touring show of, touring company of Ain't Misbehaving, did a touring company of Chicago, and a little show called Brooklyn.
What was life? What is life like on the road when you're doing theater? Is it different from when you're at Broadway?
Absolutely. While I was on Broadway, I never toured with anything. But touring on the road with these other shows, first of all, one of your cast members drives you around. You don't have like a professional driver. It's very different.
It's more of a hustle. More of a
More,
grind.
yes.
Yeah.
More hustle.
Gotcha. But you know what?
But it's great though. It's theater, it's art, it's your craft. It's,
You're young.
yeah, it's an adventure.
It's an adventure.
It's absolutely fabulous. I couldn't tell you anything wrong with that.
I know that's right. Well, you know what? Look. Melba Moore has made music for us, and you roller skated and you partied to her music.
Yeah.
Look, music was in your bones, and it had to come out at a different level.
Yeah.
And you came out at the right time, because you went from making classics. And let's commend you though, because I want you to tell me how, because you were very instrumental in making the Negro National Anthem a part of the Library of Congress.
Well, I was watching TV one night, and the NAACP organization was honoring people, and they were honoring Dr. Dorothy Height, and she was the head of the National Council of Negro Women.
Yeah.
And when I heard her speak, I said, oh my goodness, I want to be a part of that, whatever they're doing. They were doing such great community services, and they were having Black Family Union celebrations at every major city that had a large Black population. So I want to do that. So I called her and asked her, could I just be with the organization? She could find something for me to do.
Wow.
So she made me the membership chair, so I made their spots and everything, encouraging people to join the organization.
Oh, you got real close to her.
Yeah, we became friends.
Wow.
She became a mentor.
Wow.
And as we toured around, she said, Melba, you need to sing for some of the prayer breakfasts or something. She said, why don't you sing the Negro National Hymn? But I didn't know it.
Oh, but that's a piece of cake for you.
Yeah, but I thought, that's a shame. That's our anthem. So I went to my record company, which was Capitol Records at the time, and the person who was head of A&R was Scott Folks. Mm-hmm. Well, he happened to be a Black person, so he was sensitive to what my passion was. And so he went and he got me B.B. Winans.
What?
Yep. And he and Cece were on Capitol Records, so they were the first, like, sacred artists to be on the secular label. Mm-hmm. But anyway, they were on it, and he went and got all these incredible other artists to come and join. Because I said, I bet a lot of people are going to be like I am. If they don't know the anthem, they're going to think this is my hit record if it's a success. So I shouldn't do it by myself.
So you
and then when we got Debbie Allen to do the
no way
the direction. Yeah, that's her view of all wearing white and Jasmine Guy dancing in it. The view, what you see was Debbie Allen's conception, and the other part of it, to get like Jesse Jackson to do the narration.
Wow.
Was BB's idea, and all the different artists and everything, you know.
The magnitude of your celebrity, this is it, and it's marvelous, and it's getting better, but the magnitude of your celebrity, it goes beyond a mind thought. You know, many times that we've sat down and talked, you know, we really haven't got in depth, and this is not considered to be...
I think that's typical of, I think, why it was... I think the book would be interesting because I've been on everybody's talk show, everybody's TV show, everybody's musical format, but they've all been sound bites, so now you can kind of see a little bit more
in depth
behind the scenes of what really happened.
Yeah, and you know what? It's so much to learn about because I wish I can go by page, but this would take a long time for us to kind of go through it. But I just want to highlight a few things. So it's a couple of years ago. There's a young man who said he was going to support you and sponsor your star.
Oh.
Tell everyone who that young man is.
Cat Williams. And I have to give credit to my partner and manager, Ron Richardson, because he started the campaign and he was kind of keeping me abreast over the about 2 or 3 years that it took to do the whole thing. But I was doing other things. I wasn't really paying attention, and it wasn't something that I had aspired to. But eventually came to the point where we were about to get everything done to have it happen, but he still needed these thousands of dollars to pay for it. So he said he was going to put up a GoFundMe to raise the money, and he started to do that, but Cat Williams called him and said, don't worry about that, brother man, I will pay for it.
Wow.
And so Ron said, what?
You never knew Cat Williams prior to that?
No, I didn't.
You never met Cat Williams prior to that?
No.
What?
He hadn't met me. He went and Googled me, though, and found out who I was.
Wow.
And he thought that I should get my start before he got his.
So, of course, now you've met Cat.
Yes.
And you've spoken to him.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
And your thoughts?
Just coming to my eyes to think of he and others, the people like that they have it like that. It has not spoiled them. It has only made them more incredible people. And when you meet them and you exchange this energy, you say, my God, it's so good to be a human being and to be alive and have these experiences. You're not going to ever think you have something like this happens. And when it happens, it's just so special. I don't have the words for it.
But that just also goes to say how much, you don't know how many people just admire your work, admire you as a person, understood and receives your gifts that you have given to the world. And you know, for
But
him,
this is a time where that's really kind of the main events that happen to me, different awards and different accolades that I get now because I'm a mature person, a mature artist. I've had longevity, and so now a lot of it is spent with people telling me how I affected them. They're giving me awards, and I'm getting to see myself from their perspective, and it's quite incredible. I'm humbled. I'm saying now, Melba, can you keep doing the same thing?
marvelous. This is it. Marvelous and getting better. Melba Moore. The memoir is out in November. You can pre-order though right now on Amazon, from what I was told. Am I right? Melba Moore. You know what? I got piggyback over someone just said. You know, you created a lot of jobs for a lot of folks. You started a lot of careers. You spoke a little while ago about being with Capitol Records, but what a lot of people may not know is that you started your own production company.
We did, yes.
It was
Hush Productions.
And with Hush Productions, who did you sign? You signed quite a few artists.
Oh, tons.
Who that we know of?
Melissa Morgan, Freddie Jackson, Kashif, Paul Lawrence. Actually, it was our company that recorded and produced McFadden and Whitehead's "Ain't No Stopping Us Now."
No way.
Because Philly International wouldn't let them record their own stuff. They had them as writers, but not as performers.
Was Philly?
That's not in the book. Okay?
Oh, thank you for giving us that exclusive. So wait, wasn't Philly International part with Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff?
Yes.
Wow, and they could only write; they couldn't record.
Right.
But you guys,
Correct.
so you guys benefited from "Ain't No Stopping Us Now."
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we benefited the most of it because we really became family.
Right. Gotcha.
Matter of fact, Gene wrote "Falling for Me."
Oh, your
Gene
big
McFadden.
hit. Yeah, in the '80s.
My number one record.
Number one. You know what? I'm surprised. You Stepped in My Life didn't go number one. Love's Coming at You didn't go number one. Those are really big club hits.
They're still big. I don't know what numbers they were, but.
And I don't understand. You're a 3-time Grammy nominee, maybe 5 or 6 times. After a certain period of time, I think you should just get the damn Grammy.
Well, I have a new song called "No Filter."
Okay.
And it's being considered for a Grammy, so I still got a chance.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna pray that into existence.
Yes,
Melba
it still
Moore,
happen.
you have created such a wonderful foundation. You know, blessings have come to you despite of the trials and tribulations you've been through because you've been so giving, and the more love you give, the more love
You get it.
You get it back.
You get it back.
It may not come instantaneously
Right,
though,
right.
but it does come back.
Sometimes I think it's better later. So take care of yourself because
Wow.
it may come late.
Yeah, but you know when we get
Not,
into
not
the,
late, like
but
it's
not
too
at that
late.
moment.
But you know, with these days, with so many things to help us, not just technology, but lifestyle and everything, you should not only live longer, you should live better. So take care of yourself because the great things that will happen in your life may come later.
Well, I hope that Melba will release a book on what things you need to take care of yourself. Because I'm telling you, this woman has, you're very in tune to, holistic, natural things. I need to consult with you because I want to try to preserve this voice as long as I can.
You have a beautiful voice, yes.
And
you're absolutely right.
No, but you do, and I don't know, and I've been in this business for a long time, so I don't know.
But your voice sounds really strong and healthy, so I would imagine you have a good, strong, positive lifestyle, that you don't abuse yourself a lot.
Yeah, well, one would assume that. Yeah, I mean, No, I don't abuse myself. No, I think, like you said, black don't crack. So if
you have good genes to begin with.
Right,
Yes.
right. So but I think that should be another book. Because you could come out with another book. Now, this is only a memoir. This is not considered to be an autobiography.
Correct.
But do we have pictures in this book?
You have pictures, yes.
Of the many millions of people that you've met over the years?
Not that many. I've met a lot.
You met millions of people, Melba. Don't even try. And who in your life, and I know it's hard to do this, but give me 2 people in your life that you have met and you never thought you would meet them, but you met them because of obviously your fame and popularity, that will always have a special place in the heart.
Well, first of all, Dr. Houston, Sister Houston.
Sister Houston, yeah.
After I knew that I was saved and everything, and I had people like Shirley Murdoch write songs for me and do duets with me.
Oh, really?
So I have some experience in the gospel world now. I'm not just a saved saint.
Right.
But I spent a lot of time with Dr. Houston, seeing her perform and riding with her in her limousines and her counseling me in some of the difficulties that I had had. And of course, devastated at the loss of Whitney, because you would be anyway, but now we're like family.
Yeah.
That's
close.
one of the people. Another one, of course, is, I'm saying of course, because I'm sure everybody feels this way about Miss Aretha. And we weren't close friends, but I'm such a fan, you know,
Really?
like everybody is.
Right.
You have a passion about her. She's just one of those artists and one of those personalities. But I did a song that she had done, and she kind of threw it away. It was on when we used to have A and B sides of singles. She, on the A side, it was a Rose in Spanish Harlem.
Okay.
And on the B side was Lean on Me, written by Van McCoy,
Oh.
which is also the gentleman who wrote This Is It, the song for me, but that we named the book after. So I just loved her so much, and she was like somebody that I would sing her songs, to try, like voice lessons, not trying to sing like her, but to develop my own style.
Okay.
And I really did with Lean on Me. It's become a song that people identify with me, because they never heard hers because she threw it away.
Oh, so the Lean on Me that we know from you is what Aretha threw away?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Crumbs from the Queen's Table.
Oh, great crumbs. You can have a full meal in your mind.
Yeah, so that's where I first...
Did you ever meet Aretha?
Yeah, I sang it for her. She used to invite me to, along with some of her, what she considered friends, to her birthday parties.
Wow.
There were small parties.
But never, not a lot of people got a chance to go to her birthday party.
Those are really, really true honors.
I want to thank you for inviting me.
Wait a minute, but I sang the song for her, and she came up on the stage and hugged me.
No way.
Yeah.
That was a golden moment. Did somebody take a picture?
Yeah, I got it.
Is it in the book?
No, it's not. I didn't think about that.
Okay, next book.
Yeah.
Next book.
Yeah.
You know, Melba, I want to thank you for inviting me. You must have took a page out of Miss Franklin's book, because you have very intimate party once in Chicago. And Memoir was so kind to invite me to your party. I thank you so much. And coming to her party was Joe Jackson.
Oh.
And Joe Jackson was popular, just as popular among everyone who was there as Michael. If Mike had walked in, he would have got the same attention. Joe Jackson is there. I was like, Joe.
Well,
Jackson.
he should have been. He started the whole thing, you know, and he took a lot of, backlash because he was so strong, and of course it was in a time when you didn't have people doing that such a thorough job in the positive aspect of it, of training his family to be successful.
He created a dynasty.
He did.
Yeah.
But there's not going to be another Michael Jackson ever.
Ever. So
Excuse me, or Janet Jackson.
This is
It's
true.
a bad family, okay?
No, that phenomenal. Look, I could talk to you for a million years, and but I don't want to hold you up. But I want to make sure that everyone gets this book. This is it, Marvelous and Getting Better. You don't age. I don't know what secret you do, but I know prayer is a big part of that aspect.
Yeah.
So, and you talk about your spirituality in this book. Why did you want to do that?
Because that's really who I've become now, and I'm not a preacher. I can't do that well. Hopefully, but I can receive the evidences of God ruling my life so much. You want to say, well, how does she do that?
Yeah.
And then I can tell you.
The highest supreme. It's important. I love you to pieces.
Thank you,
May God
Mr.
continue
Lee.
to bless you with abundance.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing more in-depth perspective of what's going on with this. She's a dynasty within herself, this legendary Miss Melba Moore. If you don't know about her, read about her, get to know her, and become informed, because information is power. And more, especially if you're pursuing the industry, because this industry...
Or any life.
Or any
You're going to
part.
have a passion for it. And of course, we attract you because we're in front of the camera, we got the microphone. But whatever it is you want to do,
We're
it's
doing
your
it.
life,
Yep. So make the best of it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
Marvelous and Getting Better. Available now. Get it on Amazon.
Yes.
By the time you see this, it may be already out, but get it because you'll definitely enjoy this read. And it's far more beyond just an interesting read, as she casually puts it. But Melba, thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Lenny, as always.